Ripple community, you guys won. You guys won, and I am so excited for you. On top of that, I really want to thank Brad and everybody over at Ripple for fighting for the entire cryptocurrency industry. I don't think people understand how massive this win is for the entire crypto industry. Because again, we've seen the SEC unjustly attack many different crypto companies, most of them good actors and actresses. And with that being said, most of them were exchanges. Now, we had the SEC unjustly attack Ripple, claiming that they did all of these things, which in fact, like a couple things they did, but it wasn't to the extent that the SEC claimed. And the ruling that we got, the case law that we got, was that XRP is not a security on the secondary market. This also could be used in other cases that we've seen, like Coinbase and Gemini, well, not Gemini, like Coinbase and Kraken and Coinbase and Binance. That is going to be a part of their legal defense, and we've seen this play out. And I know I said no stream, I'm doing a quick stream. I was supposed to be gone 20 minutes ago, but I didn't have enough time to do a pre-recorded video. So let's go ahead and do a recap that let's do a recap as to what's kind of what happened with the lawsuit and what's next for XRP Ripple, because I think we're going to see an ETF. I definitely think we're going to see an ETF. And again, as always, I've never been the biggest Ripple holder, or the biggest XRP holder. I definitely think that they are more of a banker's coin to kind of help with that mass adoption. But at the same time, I support good actors in the crypto industry. And I think that as a whole, if we kind of group together, we can do better that way. And we can aggressively fight against the oppressors in a way that is conducive to the entire industry. Not using insults, using our minds to think. And yeah, my face is a little bit shiny. I've got a bunch of sunscreen and whatnot on because we're doing some fun stuff for the kids today. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into it and talk about what's happening. The whole entire market's pumping. Everybody's excited. XRP is up 22.7% on the daily. Everything is up, and partially because of this news. Now, taking a look at the weekly's still down a little bit, and that's okay. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at Bitcoin and see what she is doing first. Because again, a lot of the market is ruled by Bitcoin. However, I think because of the bullish XRP news, it did really help with the entire crypto market. And this is very exciting. It's very exciting. I'm very happy. It makes me feel good to see the good guys win, because a lot takes forever to do things. So Bitcoin opened at 55,000, and we are currently trading about 59.4. And it's looking like we may tap against or close to about $60,000. So the market is looking bullish. It looks like we have taken a good positive turn. Taking a look at the 4-hour chart, we had a bit of, some minimal price action, but we're on our way up. So again, me personally, I would like to just kind of play it safe and conservatively, and love to see a range between 52,000 and like 60,000. That would be nice. Yes, Gensler does need to come out of the market, he does need to resign or be removed, all of those types of things. But at the same time, beggars can't be choosers. Also too, Solana did incredibly well yesterday. We were able to break above that $157 area. On the 4-hour. On the daily, we have not closed above 157, but anybody that bought the dip between like 119 and 157, congratulations to you. You did amazing. I've always said Bitcoin is a girl. I've always said Bitcoin is queen. Always. So if you're new here, it's just fun. All right, now taking a look at XRP on the daily, because this is where everybody's looking. Everybody is so excited. Let's actually zoom out to the weekly, and then I'll tell you everything you need to know. Really, XRP has been in a range between about 39 cents and about 75 cents. I know it's a big range. We can make it smaller if we want to, but these are the areas that I essentially like to look towards. Also, too, we've been in this range essentially since March. We've held the line since March. Now, with that being said, when it comes to XRP, due to the news yesterday, on the weekly, we had a really big move up. So we're up 48% this week. 48% this week. Taking a look at the daily. Daily is going to be a little bit smaller. We opened at 50 cents and we got a swing look high to 64 cents. And now we're still trading above the 60 cent area, which is absolutely amazing. And again, 60 cents is important. You can see all this previous price action below, and hopefully price continues to sustain. The reason why we do need price to continue to sustain is because it'll be a big letdown to everybody that is holding XRP. One thing I do want to say about this, you guys, just because we get a positive, ruling from the courts, and because we have this good news, it doesn't mean that XRP is going to hit all-time highs again. It doesn't mean that we're going to go to $10, $20, $10,000. We could hit all-time highs again, 100%. But at the same time, you have to be patient, because we are in a bull run, but they're very early stages of a bull run, in my personal opinion. And again, a lot of the liquidity is going to be with meme coins right now. But again, this is very bullish for XRP in the long term, in my personal opinion. And again, XRP, they have a lot of institutional partnerships and they're doing all kinds of different things. But let's go ahead and, talk a little bit about the lawsuit and what happened. So this is from Mr. Brad. He is a CEO at Ripple. He said the SEC asked for $2 billion and the court reduced their demand by 94%. Recognizing that they overplayed their hand. We respect the court's decision and have clarity to continue growing our company. This is a victory for Ripple, the industry, and the rule of law. The SEC's headwinds against the whole XRP community are gone. And this is amazing. And it's really nice to see all of the support here. And I commented, thank you for fighting for the entire crypto industry, because they did. And Mr. Joey Swoll, he's a fitness guy and he stands up for the underdogs. He said the SEC needs to mind their own business. LFG, XRP Army. Love to see it. And this is the thing. I understand the SEC is trying to do their law, but they didn't, or do their job, but they haven't done a good job at that. Now, as far as Meta Lawman, amazing attorney. Love it. This is the recap that he gave. Judge Torres has issued her ruling on remedies in Ripple. Zero disgorgement as expected because no losses shown by the SEC. $120 million in civil penalty for securities violations and sales to institutions. What does this mean? This basically means that that Ripple got in trouble for institutional sales, and I believe it was about 1,200 institutional sales. Hold on, let's get these guys out of here because we're talking about XRP, and you guys you're distracting me. Very much distracting. And it's always angry dudes, which is so bizarre to me. But anyways, have fun. Anyways, now with that being said, they're not talking about sales to retail, okay? Because it was deemed by Judge Torres that XRP sold on the secondary market is not a security. And again, we've talked about this heavily and why this is so important and why people will use this for case law in the future is because we're taking a look at Binance or Gemini or Coinbase or whatever crypto exchange you're trading on. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is works for you. With that being said, this can be used that trading cryptocurrencies on the secondary market or crypto assets on the secondary market are not securities. And I agree with that because if you think about like a pre-sale or an ICO, those types of things, some of those could constitute as that. Some of them, not all of them. It really kind of depends the way that they're run. And again, we don't really have any guidance from the SEC, so it makes it hard for companies to operate in the United States of America. So again, it's a massive, massive win. They're talking about institutions here, which is kind of funny because wouldn't you think with institutions that these guys, they're accredited investors, they're very well versed in the entire investing landscape. So why would it matter? Like how did Ripple dupe them? So I don't understand that. Doesn't make sense to me. But at the same time, whatever. It is what it is. XRP is not a security on the secondary market. Love to see it. Now, number 3 from Meta Lawman. Injunction restraining Ripple from further violations of Section 5 of the Securities Act. This is a small fraction of the damages the SEC was seeking in the case. My guess both sides will appeal. And I believe they have 60 days to appeal. What does this mean? Well, I personally think from what Meta Lawman says, Ripple will probably go back and try to settle something with an injunction restraining Ripple from further violations of Section 5 of the Securities Act. And then the SEC will come back to Ripple and say, no, we want the $2 billion. We want the $2 billion. Because remember, they wanted $2 billion. I thought it was $3 billion for some reason. But again, and keep into consideration, when Binance got hit by the SEC, I believe Binance paid like $4 billion. Again, with that being said, why would the SEC want $2 billion from one company that has one token as opposed to Binance, who lists multiple tokens? It makes no sense to me. So I think the $125 million is reasonable considering I don't think Ripple should be in trouble at all personally. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm not a lawyer, any of that stuff. So thank you to everybody that's being here today. Everybody. People said, should have crossed $1. You guys are being very greedy and the market doesn't care about your opinion. So be patient. All right. Did I miss anything else? Also, too, this popped up yesterday, just kind of randomly. But apparently this was a response from Mr. David Schwartz. And this is from XRP Crypto Wealth. What do you think David Schwartz is trying to tell us about the 60-day period where both sides can appeal the XRP case? Because there is a 60-day period that they can appeal. Both sides can appeal. And then, they're just kind of bantering back and forth. And Mr. Schwartz says, there are a lot of things I want to say. And on most things, I just say them. But during the next 60 days, both sides will have some important decisions to make, and I'd hate for something I tweeted to impact that. And you know what? I respect him for that. Reason being is because it's very like social media. We're so quick to just tweet, or post or say this or say that without and be very emotional. So I totally respect him for that. So basically, what I'm gathering from this little tidbit here is that both sides have the opportunity to appeal. Both sides will potentially appeal and try to get a better deal. And everybody in the Ripple team is going to be incredibly cautious, which is a good thing because that's what attorneys tell you to do. All right, now this is from Mr. Jeremy Hogan. Adore him, friend of the channel, great attorney, and he's going to talk about ODL sales. So most of Ripple's XRP and ODL sales occur outside of the US, so they aren't affected by the ruling. Ripple can sell XRP to institutions under specific exemptions to registration with multiple viable options available. The judge did not grant the SEC the ODL language it sought. So any SEC challenge would require proving a violation in a contempt hearing. Ripple has likely adjusted XRP sales approach since last year's summary judgment ruling to ensure compliance. Ripple can continue its ODL product, but must be careful how it operates. So basically, from reading this here, from reading the summary, Ripple's pretty much in the clear. And even if they do appeal the ruling on Section 5 from the SEC, again, most of Ripple's business and the way they've structured things is being done overseas because in the US, we don't have clear guidelines. Overseas is a little bit different. So overall, this was a massive win for Ripple and the entire crypto industry as a whole. And again, it would be nice to get some more guidance as to what companies can and can't do. It's kind of ridiculous at this point, right? And then over here, I'm going to leave you guys with this. Solana ETF approved by Brazilian SEC. Now, why am I talking about Brazil? Because does it have anything to do with America? No, what this means is we're seeing other countries become more progressive when it comes to crypto adoption. They want to have different types of ETFs. They want to see crypto thrive because they know that it brings in revenue, taxpayer dollars, all of that stuff. So if we're going to get a Solana ETF from Brazil, could we potentially get a Solana ETF, XRP ETF, or any other crypto asset ETF in the United States of America? Because remember, guys, we have Grayscale that has all these different trusts with cryptos, and we might see them want to convert this stuff over to ETFs. And I personally think that might be one of the next steps for Ripple in the United States of America. Fingers crossed. Now, we have to wait for the SEC to approve it and all of that jazz. We don't know what's going to happen. But at the same time, this is bullish news. And with that being said, shout out to the XRP community. Shout out to the Ripple community. Shout out to everybody who's been watching the channel, sharing this, etc. Massive win. Kind of to recap, XRP price pumped significantly. We're currently trading at about 62 cents. And this was based off of the news that was announced yesterday, is that the judge said that Ripple only has to pay a $125 million fine as opposed to a $2 billion fine for institutional sales to about, I think, 1,232. Retail is not impacted in this. And it was just a pretty big win for the entire industry. And I would love to see an ADA ETF. I'd love to see more of these projects get ETFs, even though it defeats the entire purpose of holding crypto, but at the same time, I'll take it. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of the day. I'm going to go hang out with my babies today. And I know I said I wasn't going to stream, but it was just easier. And I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye, babies.